So one of my critical moments was surrounding a student in my New Media 10 English class who was very unmotivated. So the story is this. Whenever I would see him in class, he never would have his required materials like a pen and a paper. Whenever I would give instructions surrounding an assignment, a task for the class to do, he would never get started on it. In fact, he would look blankly into outer space. He would apathetically get out his phone. He always looked like he wanted to be somewhere else. He always looked very disconnected from the classroom environment. And I would literally have to go up to his desk and ask him, so what are where are you at right now? Where are you at with the assignment? What are you thinking right now? I would have to ask him those kinds of questions to get any work started. And as soon as I would turn my back away, or I'd go to a different part of the class to help another student, it would be the same story. I would come back and he didn't have any work started. And it was in that moment that I knew that what this education system had to offer him, he wasn't going to receive it. And in fact, he couldn't receive it because there was something in him that just wasn't ready for the information that his teachers could give him, or his teachers wanted to give him. And it made me understand that we are surely teaching human beings. We are teaching children from diverse backgrounds, from different stories, coming from a different emotional and mental perspectives. And often what we have to offer them in class just doesn't serve them. And it made me understand that we have to teach, or I feel, and from my experience, that I have to teach students, kids, adolescents, based on where they currently are at, rather than giving them information hoping that they will reach this place in the future that I don't even know if they can make it there, because it's important to know where they're coming from in order to know how far they can go or where they can go. So I think how I would address this issue going forward in my own practice is I want to do a lot of check-ins with my students. I want to dive deeper. I want to know who they are. I want to know their identity. I want to be able to do a lot of self-reflection through journaling, through meditative type practices, although not actual meditation, of course. A lot of goal setting, a lot of checking in with students as a process, as something that's perhaps embedded in the course structure, in the lessons, so that these students can get a really good understanding of their own emotions and what they themselves are going through, so that they can have control and power over themselves. So that's where I would definitely want to start. But it was a very eye-opening and very challenging moment. But I think it was good for me to see that, because it gave me a baseline for where I want to take my teaching practice.